Hi. I'm trying to keep non-medical personnel from coming back here. I'm the chief of medicine.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 stars you forgot were on Scrubs.
And here comes the gratitude, the 2 words every doctor lives to hear.
Later, dude.
For this list, we're looking at some of the biggest names you might not remember visited Sacred Heart over the years. Who was your favorite Scrubs guest star? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Kerry Russell. Russell's recognizable from a plethora of movies and TV shows, including her Golden Globe Award-winning role in the drama series Felicity. But on Scrubs, she played Elliot's free-spirited former sorority sister Melody O'Hara.
Elliot? Melody? Oh my God!
And just like that, they regressed to the 2 19-year-old sorority sisters they had once been.
Melody swoops into town to surprise Elliot and inadvertently comes between her and JD. She also happens to be present when Keith proposes.
Elliot, will you marry me?
No way!
Despite coming across as a maverick unwilling to be tied down, her reaction to the engagement reveals a deep-seated truth. Her 2-episode story arc brought a lot of action, entertainment, and even some plot-altering revelations.
You don't really seem like the, notch on your bedpost type of guy. Why are you trying so hard to do me?
You know what? I don't even really know. Actually, I did. I just didn't want to admit it.
It's just a shame we never saw Melody again, as she was the perfect yin to Elliot's yang. Number 9, Heather Locklear. You'll know Locklear from her countless notable TV appearances. These include her 4-time Golden Globe winning stint on Melrose Place and as Sammy Jo Carrington on Dynasty.
Well, what's your name?
It's Joseph.
Oh, like half of mine. Samantha Josephine. We're Joe and Joe.
It's Joseph.
In Scrubs' 2nd season, she played the hot but unscrupulous pharmaceutical rep Julie Keaton. Julie shakes things up around Sacred Heart as she flirts with everyone while peddling her product.
I gotta say, I don't mind watching you 2 boys walk away. Oh, yeah, work it. Ow!
She's talking about our tushies.
I say we go back, but let's walk backwards.
There is no one I hate more than that Medusa.
Of course, Dr. Cox proves to be a tougher customer, but she tries to convince him to look past her profession and go out with her. Ultimately, the pair embark on a relationship until Perry's pregnant ex-wife shows up.
You should cut out the middleman and just have a therapist deliver him. I mean, honestly, Jordan, why are you telling me this?
Oh, because I've also decided that I want you back.
While Locklear's time on the show was very engaging, we were rooting for Team Jordan. Number 8, Brendan Fraser. Speaking of Jordan, remember her brother Ben? He was the happy-go-lucky, life-affirming photographer responsible for one of the saddest moments of the entire series.
Pictures capture moments in time. Woo. When they're posed, they're not real. You know, I hate that whole, thing. That's why at a party, you see me in the bushes with my camera.
Anyway, he was played by none other than The Mummy, Crash, Gods and Monsters, and dogfight actor Brendan Fraser. While featuring on Zach Braff and Donald Faison's Fake Doctors Real Friends podcast, the actor revealed that Scrubs creator Bill Lawrence had an interesting way to get him on board, involving a bunch of gym shorts.
So wear underwear.
You know how I feel about underwear?
Every girl who came to our house in the mid-'80s knows how you feel about underwear.
The sweatpants yours. I don't like that much freedom down there.
We're glad Lawrence's gesture was so enticing, as Ben's storyline captured the humor and gut-punching emotion that made Scrubs so special.
Crying babies covered in chocolate, people singing happy birthday to my son who've never even met him before, you know, the whole routine.
Where do you think we are?
And we couldn't think of a more suitable actor to pull it off either. Number 7, Mandy Moore. In season 5, JD's patient Mrs. Nichols is so grateful to him that she offers to set him up with her grandniece. The beautiful yet incredibly klutzy Julie Quinns, played by actress and singer Mandy Moore, who incidentally was dating Zach Braff at the time.
And yet there's something so accessible about her. I wonder what it is.
Ooh, I'm gonna have the carrot cake.
These days, Moore is probably best known for playing Rebecca Pearson in This Is Us or Jamie Sullivan in A Walk to Remember, among other film roles. JD and Julie have a lot in common, and naturally, their chemistry is on fire.
We fell for each other so swiftly, we decided to buy some property together and build a deck on it. To our half acre.
But as always, JD messes up when he starts to nitpick at her qualities. Even meeting Julie's godfather, Star Wars actor Billy D. Williams, couldn't save this relationship.
There's somebody else here who wants to say something.
Don't mess this up, man. Be smooth.
Lando's right.
Billy D.
Number 6, Michael J. Fox. Season 3 briefly introduced us to Dr. Kevin Casey, a brilliant doctor and surgeon who struggles with obsessive-compulsive disorder.
Super doc. Fine. A super doc with obsessive-compulsive disorder.
Despite his limited time on the series, Dr. Casey leaves a poignant message about how you shouldn't measure yourself up to others because everyone's carrying their own burdens. This was also one of Fox's first roles after his Parkinson's disease diagnosis.
Everyone's got their own burdens, JD. And I'm not gonna be one of those people that dumps mine on somebody else. Now, what do you need?
His storyline almost mirrored his real-life experiences of trying to make the best of a bad situation and not letting it define him. The Back to the Future actor is pivotal to these episodes, bringing plenty of comedy and numerous thought-provoking moments.
Someone could just walk into your life, have such a big impact, and then vanish just like that, never to be seen again. But mostly I thought about how in some small way, Kevin had helped every single person he met here.
His appearance is highly underrated and definitely worth a rewatch. Number 5, Matthew Perry. JD finds himself in an awkward situation when he tracks down a patient's estranged son, played by Friends actor Matthew Perry.
Hello? Hello? We lost him.
So what was your thing?
Murray, an air traffic controller, is all set to donate a kidney to his father until he discovers that they aren't biologically related. This is even funnier when you know that the actor who played his father is actually Perry's dad.
And no matter what you think of that guy in there, he always knew he wasn't your father, but he stayed in the game anyway. So how's about you get your selfish ass in there?
Okay.
Incidentally, Perry also directed this episode. Could his guest spot be any more awesome? He wasn't the only Friends alum to appear on the show either. In season 8, Courtney Cox had a 3-episode stint as Sacred Heart's awful, cruel, and deceitful new chief of medicine, Dr. Taylor Maddox.
See, she was an odd combination of super friendly
Hey, you rock star!
and soulless.
This guy's insurance only covers 3 days of ICU care, so we gotta get him out of here today, okay?
Number 4, John Ritter. Some audiences might remember him best as Jack Tripper from Three's Company, whereas to others, he'll always be the overprotective Paul Hennessy from 8 Simple Rules.
You just embarrass us in front of, like, the coolest guy in the whole school.
Oh, after what you just did to your little brother, the coolest guy? He's the coolest guy in your whole school? God, I'd hate to see the dorks.
While these barely scratch the surface of his impressive credits, you might have forgotten that he also played JD's father and pencil salesman, Sam Dorian. JD and his dad didn't always see eye to eye, but it was clear that there was a lot of love there, and the makings of a dynamic father-son relationship.
There he is. I thought you had to work all day.
You know, I did, but I got someone to cover for me because I want to make sure I caught you and just let you know how cool it was to see you.
Sam was supposed to be a recurring character, but sadly, Ritter suddenly passed away in 2003. A season 4 episode focusing on the Dorian brothers dealing with their grief was written in his memory.
Meanwhile, he gets to work the next morning and realizes he's got 1 million of them in the trunk of his car.
The trunk is filled with boxes of them.
At least you're dead.
Number 3, Dick Van Dyke. Mary Poppins, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and The Dick Van Dyke Show are just some of the places you've seen this icon before. In Scrubs, he plays Dr. Doug Townsend, an old friend of Dr. Kelso's who struggles to keep up with modern medicine.
Dr. Townsend is like the anti-Kelso. The nurses love him.
Betty, that color is great on you.
The attendings love him.
Hey, how's the best doctor in this hospital?
Tell me, hot job.
The character highlights the actor's likability, comedic prowess, and affable demeanor, making it even more gut-wrenching when Kelso has no choice but to let him go. Plus, his storyline prompted an interesting discourse about aging doctors.
Now you're in here to tattle on the very guy who's taking the bullet for you. Is that right?
Do me a favor, will you, son? Grab that for me.
In a Reddit AMA, Donald Faison divulged that Dick Van Dyke was one of the guest stars he was most excited about.
Guys like us, we're set in our ways.
Well, this is not an age thing, Doug. Hell, these days, if you've been out of med school 5 years, half of what you learned is obsolete.
And who could blame him? Van Dyke's appearance was supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Number 2, Colin Farrell. This Irish heartthrob's arguably better known for more dramatic films like Tigerland, Minority Report, and The Batman. Not that he hasn't delved into comedic roles as well.
I'll just put it out there, do us a favour. Is there any chance I could get one of these filled with Guinness? I've an awful hangover. My head is split. We had a late night last night, as you can see, and I'm a bit shaky. Is there any chance?
In this season 4 episode, he plays the charming Billy Callahan, who claims to be the brother of an unconscious patient. It's later revealed that this was a lie, and he actually threw the punch that landed the guy in the hospital, and he just wants to make sure he's all right.
He slipped his head on the bar. Now, listen, where I come from, you knock someone unconscious, you stay around, you make sure they're okay. Right? So, guess what? I won't be leaving.
Unsurprisingly, in a role that seems tailor-made for the actor, everyone's enchanted by Billy's charisma.
Life's too short to hold a grudge. But still, you two boys might want to ask yourselves why you contacted the authorities and didn't have the decency to come and talk to me first. But I shall let you two partners figure that out.
In his brief time on the show, Billy teaches everyone a little something about living their best lives. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Amy Smart. The Just Friends actress played Jamie Moyer, aka Tasty Coma Wife.
We call her Tasty Coma Wife, or TCW for short.
How's he doing?
You know, he's the same.
Jason Bateman. Did JD and Turk ever get a thank you from Mr. Sutton, or at least an apology from his birds?
Why would I thank you for doing your job? I'm a garbage man. How many times a day do you think I get thanked? 6. You're off by about 6. 12. Starting to see why Leon outfoxed you.
Heather Graham. You might remember her as ditzy psychiatrist, Dr. Molly Clock.
And you don't have to be a psychiatrist to see, Perry, that if you used to be truly happy and now you're not, then you should go back to the way it was when you were happy.
Tara Reid. She played Jordan's fiery younger sister, Danny Sullivan.
I wish I'd taken the stairs.
Me too.
Sorry, sometimes I just have this inner monologue running through my head.
Inner monologue? Weirdo!
Aziz Ansari. Ansari's Ed Dandapani didn't last at Sacred Heart very long.
What does he have?
Actually didn't get to that chapter yet. There's this trivia thing. Did you know James Garfield was our 20-
It's been 2 days. You're fired.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Ryan Reynolds. We know what you're thinking. Ryan Reynolds was on Scrubs? Yes, if you cast your mind back to season 2, the Hollywood A-lister played Turk and JD's old college buddy Spence.
Oh, that's good sauce.
Check it out. Free picture.
His appearance came shortly after the finale of his sitcom 2 Guys and a Girl, and his breakthrough movie role in National Lampoon's Van Wilder long before his Deadpool days. Although Spence is in just 1 episode, he seriously makes waves among the series' regulars, including spilling the tea on Jordan's baby's real father.
You just had a baby.
No, she just had a baby.
Yeah, but you said it was his. And you said something else.
That he didn't know it yet.
That's exactly right.
Reynolds was a relatively known actor at this point, but nowhere near the acclaimed superstar he is today. Now, excuse us while we go dig up his episode. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.